Everyone has a phone. Maybe you're holding one right now. Look around you. Chances are high to see another person holding a phone. When we're stood in line at the store, in between tables at the cafe, it's really become second nature to us, like an integral part of our body. But why? Yeah, we use our phones when we are bored, but we also use them at dinner with friends, when spending time with the parents, and also I'm surrounded by 2 phones with a laptop and a computer while editing this video. In 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the revolutionary product, the first
iPhone.
But it was limited in what it could do. Send a text to your friends, call them if you needed, maybe play a simple game like chess. But nowadays, an average human spends 6 hours per day. It's became an extension of ourselves. And we started to mindlessly watch split-screen TikToks and Reels as a consumer. So what happened? And more importantly, what does the future of content addiction really look like? Without you even knowing, there's an army of people working to make sure you stay like that. None of this is random. These big social media companies like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube have one main goal: keep you on the platform. So they manipulate you. They know exactly how the human mind works and they take advantage of it. They design features and algorithms to keep you engaged for as long as possible. All the habits you have, like taking your phone as first thing when you wake up, when you open an app without even thinking about it, over time the habits will become automatic. All of those specifically designed to happen. Have you ever think about why that craving comes to take phones without a reason? Yeah, the answer is dopamine. You are swipes away from getting another hit of instant dopamine. Dopamine is often misunderstood as the feel-good chemical, but in reality, it's a neurotransmitter in our brain that plays a key role in motivation and reward. Dopamine isn't released when we experience something pleasurable. It's actually released when we're in pursuit of something we think will be rewarding. This makes the chase itself exciting and drives us to keep seeking out new triggers. Sounds confusing, right? Imagine you are scrolling through your Instagram feed as you swiping down, looking for something interesting that may be a funny video or a friend's post. Each time you find something that catches your attention, your brain releases dopamine. This release makes you feel good, so you keep scrolling, hunting for the next piece of content that will give you another dopamine hit. But what does this mean for our future? Do you remember the days before the iPhone was released? What would give us a hit of dopamine? Maybe a walk in the park or spending time with our family don't seem as great anymore. This is because our brain have become used to the constant stimulation from our phones. The dopamine hits we get from scrolling through social media or watching videos raise our baselines for what we find enjoyable. That's why we're watching TikTok while watching TV. That says our baseline's dead. As long as new and better things keep coming out into the world, we are constantly going to be increasing our baselines. For most people can't imagine living without the technology. And we are only 16 years in from the first iPhone coming out. Just imagine in another 50 years. Well, I think we are heading down a dark path here without the majority of us even realizing it. But we have the ability to turn this around. Sure, we won't ever be able to stop our advancements in technology. We've all seen the recent rise in popularity of genuine content. Podcasts over the last few years have skyrocketed in views, and people just sitting down, talking to a camera are being heavily pushed in the algorithm. And why is this happening? Well, humans crave social connection. And at first, social media was there to help us with that, and it worked. But when they realized that they could take advantage of that, it was no longer about giving us social connection, but giving us a false feeling of it. I mean, when was the last time you actually got some value from social media? And people are starting to realize this. People like you and many more across the world are just tired of being fed bullshit every day. The reason I made this video, to say you to step away from all the contents, all of those bullshit, including my videos, because it's our children who will be suffering the true consequences if we carry on this path. You see, the attention span of today's generation is in seconds, because the contents they are consuming like Reels, Shorts, and TikToks are shorter than a minute. So they can't even sit 3 minutes with focused. They crave constant distraction, and their mind has been assassinated by algorithms. So to create a better future for your children and yourself, create healthy boundaries and turn off your phone and hit some real dopamine. The choice is yours, and the time to act is now.